At precisely 12:17 p.m., with a casual flick of her wrist, Maya finally dialed her attorney. 3 minutes later, the courthouse, usually a hive of controlled chaos, was gripped by an entirely different kind of energy. U.S. Marshals, a phalanx of stern-faced federal law enforcement, entered through the employee elevator, sealing off the judge's private corridor. There would be no escape, no last-minute shredding of documents, no hushed phone calls to corrupt associates. They moved with swift, surgical precision. The stenographer was the first to go, arrested at her desk, her face draining of color as the charges of obstruction for tampering with transcripts were read. The clerk followed shortly after, found attempting to discreetly dispose of a box of documents. Evidence destruction, a federal offense. When they finally reached Kincaid's chambers, the scene was a grotesque tableau of his hubris. He was mid-sentence on a Zoom fundraiser, holding court for a virtual audience of wealthy donors, his voice booming with false bonhomie as he joked about owning his courtroom, about how he kept the riffraff in line. The marshal knocked once, polite but firm rap, then twice, louder, more insistent. Kincaid, annoyed by the interruption, waved a dismissive hand at his assistant, but before anyone could answer, the door swung open. Judge Ronald Kincaid, the lead marshal announced, his voice devoid of emotion, cutting through the judge's jocular pronouncements like a knife. You are under arrest for depriving individuals of rights under color of law, conspiracy to obstruct justice, and accepting gratuities in exchange for official act.